This is the first match of this tournament, the SGLIVE Super Mario Odyssey Bingo tournament. There will be triple bingo and single bingo. Lockout bingo. But we're doing triple for now. So this is triple, 3 lines. Okay, we'll be a little bit late to start because we actually are having a technical difficulty, but just bear with us. Okay, looks like we're starting now. Countdown has started, and we are going to be revealing the card shortly. Okay, now that we can see it. So I'm gonna mark things a little bit here for myself. And we got 6 moons or sub areas and sand as our middle square, which isn't too bad actually. It's kind of small, so that should be a good middle square to be using. I'm never good with routing, but I do know how important that middle square is. So just looking into the lines here. Almost definitely gonna have deep woods. So for those who are unfamiliar with triple bingo for Super Mario Odyssey, we do actually get a lot of good planning time since the first first 5 moons are typically the same in every run. Well, at least the first 4 moons usually. So you just go through Cat Kingdom, get the first moon in Cascade, and then do Madame Brutal. And then from there it opens up. So it gives a lot of time to actually look at the board. Also, like, during all the cutscenes and just figuring out what your routing's gonna do. So it actually, like, becomes really... There ends up being almost like a planning phase in Triple Bingo, at least. In Lockout, it's a bit different, but in Triple Bingo, there's definitely a planning phase. Which also allows for a lot more balance, so we can see that HaHaFunnySpeedrunner here might not be as fast as BP at finishing Cat Kingdom, but they still have just as much of an opportunity to do well in this race because of the fact that it's bingo. It kind of evens it out. Like, routing on the fly is so important in this. Recognizing the slow stuff is really important, like recognizing that 100 minutes total is probably not something you want to be going for. Also, you want to be looking for a lot of synergies, so for instance, we got 6 moons from sub-areas, but then also atop the highest tower is probably a good point to go in there. 8-bit sections, so yeah, column 3 almost seems like a definite as a line. Not sure what else we need to put in there quite yet. Although that does go to snow, so that is kind of late, but there's a lot of good synergy, so it's a possibility. Generally, you want to end... Generally, you want to try to end in lake, honestly. Wooded or lake. Like, you don't want to have to go further than that. I mean, there are other finishes, but, like, the latest finish you can get is in Lost. The boards are designed to not give you anything past Lost. And for anyone unfamiliar with the game, the kingdom order is Cap, Cascade, Sand, and then Wooded or Lake. You can choose to do either first, but honestly, you want to do Lake first because it's much shorter. And then from there, it goes Cloud Kingdom into Lost Kingdom. And Cloud Kingdom is really nothing. There's no moons there. There's no objectives there either. It's just another time area. Just another boss. Okay, so BP has finished out Madame Brutal, and this is where we'll actually get to see some of the routing that they have figured out. Yeah, Funny Speedrunner's still working through. So yeah, there are a couple objectives here for Cascade. There is 10 moons. However, I don't know if he's going for it. Looks like they might be. Oh, with 6 timer challenges being an objective, yeah, that makes sense. They might be going for that. I also got 9 treasure chest moons, but that's a lot of treasure chest moons. I don't even know. I can't even think of 9. I'd have to use the cheat sheet. We do have a cheat sheet that can be used. Typically, people use it during practice, not so much during runs, but it's allowed in both. You know, it's called a cheat sheet. And you're allowed to mark squares whenever, as long as you just have them when you do it. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, you don't have to like get to the Odyssey or anything, it's just when you get them. So yeah, BP gonna get 10 moons here. Gonna be marking that down momentarily when they get a chance. Gonna be doing the other timer challenge as well, makes sense. This is both timer challenges that exist in Cascade. There is also an option to backtrack here. 8 moons in Cat Kingdom. See if they go for that. And BP going for the chest clip. Is able to get it. Nicely done. Funny speedrunner moving on to sand. Just a weird quirk of Super Mario Odyssey. Actually, you can't immediately backtrack to Cat Kingdom. You do have to move forward to sand first. So you can't backtrack until you get to this kingdom. It's just story stuff. Story reasons. So yeah, Funny Speedrunner just did 5 moons in Cascade and then booked it to sand. Didn't really try for any objectives, that's totally a viable strategy. See if it works out. And just a reminder, the format, it is triple bingo, so it's just 3 lines on the board in any direction. Doesn't matter if other players have gotten that objective yet or not. It's just the first person to get 3 lines. So, Funny Speedrunner coming in here to purchase a moon, not realizing they only had 66. And there is an option for 32 moons in Sand Kingdom, but that is a huge objective. So, I don't think we're going to see anyone going for that. And if we do, that's just not a good choice. 50 regional coins is also kind of like pretty big. You'd be surprised. I mean, with how big Sand Kingdom is, it's harder to actually do it. BP working through pretty much just the 80% route right now. A good thing to have in this bingo races is just a knowledge of all types of routes within all the different riding categories of this game, so that you can use everything. And that includes even like category extensions like DSNR, which is Darker Side No Revisits. So you just try to get all the moons, all 500 moons without ever revisiting a single kingdom, which can be done, but it's just harder. And is interesting routing as well. It's not harder, it's harder from a routing standpoint. Yeah, BP going around for a lot of purple coins, right? Along with some sub areas. So yeah, 6 moons with sub areas seemed like a viable option, as I said before. Might be going for the coin stack. Oh no, for the purples inside here first. And I thought that dive was short. Here we're going to see the addition of this ledge clip that exists now. This was discovered this year, actually. It's pretty recent. So I think this is going to be the first bingo tournament with it. Unfortunately, clipping back inbounds, that can happen. Just a little time loss, honestly, and in bingo, it's not a huge deal. Funny Speedrunner answering the Sphinx's questions just for the extra moons. There's no objectives this time around for it. BP having a little bit of trouble with the Moai sub area. Yeah, this is very interesting sand riding for both players. And they're at a similar moon count, so they're at similar progression, and only one square has been marked so far. Although, BP does have some... Both of them are making progress on the middle square right now. Along with treasure chest moons and timer challenges, you know, like, we got some objectives happening. This is gonna be one of those boards where, like, 5 objectives light up at once, or, like, really quickly. So yeah, BP making the wise decision of just getting the required amount of moons and leaving. Is going to get 40 regional coins on the way, though. And didn't finish out the middle square, interestingly enough. So, I mean, it's not a necessary square, but I'm sure with people who are familiar with bingo know that the middle square is very important because it just allows for a lot of, you know, for you to have to do less objectives most of the time. Okay, staying in here past the moon requirement. While BP backtracked to Cap Kingdom, gonna be getting 8 moons. That is the only objective here. Oh, there are some timer challenges, I believe, as well. And sub-area moons that you can get. I'm trying to think what else you can get here. I think that's it. At least from the objectives that we have right now. Are just the 8 moons from Cap, from Cap, and timer challenges. That's it. Oh, I didn't even see the Moonshard Square. I knew that, yeah, Moonchards was an objective that you could get on this kingdom, but I just didn't see it. Okay, so that, wait, so BP here. doing one of the time challenges. While Funny Speedrunner is working through the Jaxie. So there's gonna be the mark from Funny Speedrunner for the 6 moons from sub areas from dying. I don't know if that was a purposeful death. It might have been. Because, you know, they got all the moons they needed from the sub areas, but yeah, now they're going to have to run through here again. Funny Speedrunner at 22 moons now in Sand Kingdom. They have 10 more if they're going for 32 moons. They could be going for it because of the 100 moons total. It is possible to, like, this is possible to get an early finish, but it might not be the wisest decision considering how much time you're spending here. We'll see if it works out, but most likely it is going to be a really slow route choice. Generally, you want to look if like this is going to be a long board. You gotta look if you want to go to Seaside or Snow, because you're not going to go to both. And if you're going to go to one, it's going to be probably Snow on this board. And BP finishing out some 8-bit sections after finishing up Cap Kingdom. So you can see the slight disadvantage this might put Funny Speedrunner at. BP already working through Lake Kingdom, while Funny Speedrunner is still spending a lot of time in Sand and is looking for the trace walking. No? BP gonna be using Lake Cliff here. Just for the treasure chest moon. Yeah, just for the treasure chest moon. He's not even getting that other moon there. Oh, I think they're going to be doing the timer challenge after Rango as well. So that makes sense, okay. Which is interesting that they did Lake Clip, because they could have done timer challenge jump, but they needed both treasure chests, so that makes sense actually. They're going for the 9 treasure chest moons. They need pretty much every treasure chest that they see, including both of them in Lake Clip. BP going to do the bottom right, bottom left square there, and 1 moon from left to finishing. Very quick and easy objective, makes sense to do it. And HaHaFunnySpeedrunner are going to be at 31 moons here, going to be 1 short. Not sure where they're going to be going from here. Kind of far from any other moons. I don't think they perfectly routed this out. Unless they're just going to go back to the town to find one. I don't even know what's left in here, what they left in town. The seed. They're going to do a manual time of use. Wait for it to grow as well. So BP came back to Sand after doing Cascade and Cap Kingdom stuff, backtracking. Oh yeah, he used the painting to do a couple more moons in Sand. That is really cool stuff. Yeah, it looks like BP might be using their alts for this run, which is totally fine. I don't know what his alt account is, I'm just saying that he uses it. In some ways, alt accounts should be kept secret, you know? It's kind of the point. Okay, doing a climb jump bang, I think. I think that's what it's called. It's so hard to remember exactly the name of this broom. Yes, we are doing 3 lines on the board. Any direction, just gotta get 3 lines. Okay, BP gonna be moving over to Wooded Kingdom now. Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing all the lag for BP. It's interesting. HaHaFunnySpeedrunner also gonna be using Lactose Mission and how to do that without Rumble. Or, oh wait, maybe only turned on Rumble for that move and then turned it back off when it was done. So this player plays without Rumble. That's an interesting thing to see. BP, unfortunately, I could be able to do fast sewers. Fast flooded pipeway. Yeah, we do have a lot of newer runners in this tournament. Unfortunately, just some burnout that a lot of people are feeling, I think, so there's just not a lot of people who wanted to participate in this tournament. But it gives an opportunity for some newer runners to get a chance in bingo, which I kind of like. You know, there's still a prize pool, so why not? Why not join? That's kind of what happened. Well then, I wish you good luck, Mario Speedrunner. Okay, both of them have worked through Deep Woods, and it's gonna be interesting to see that each other's made it through Deep Woods. I mean, in Triple Bingo, it's not so much of a thing to look through. Yeah, it's not really a thing to figure out where the other player is. It doesn't really help you as much. players are just working through moon objectives in Wooded. So it can be kind of a slower kingdom, which is also why I said like if you want to do Lake Kingdom before Wooded Kingdom typically in Bingo. All the moons are so spread out, it just takes so much time to work through this kingdom. So yeah, some good climbing going on from Wood on both sides. SMO going through a sub area. BP flooding movement there, and Funny Speedrunner is going to be doing the red slope climb a second time here. Interesting choice. Okay, BP taking it out of Wooded Kingdom now. Going to be at 24 moons mark. Doesn't even look... Yeah, not going to be going for the middle square at this point. If anyone can't see BP's route, it is column 4, column 2, and row 5. Meanwhile, we've got... what looks to be... I'm not sure. I think the top left arrow, the row 1, column 1, top left, bottom right for Funny Speedrunner. Possibly. It's not like that wise of a move though. So like that's a very slow route. So that might just be coming down to routing, unfortunately. Because BP's gonna be finishing out in Lost. Won't have to go to Seaside, or yeah, won't have to go to Seaside or Snow with this that we found. So yeah, this is definitely the play here. And this just comes from experience. Just knowing, like, being able to spot early finishes. There might have been an earlier finish in here as well, but it would have required me to get so very slow. So this is probably one of the faster rounds. Yeah, 7/8-bit moons can be tough. It's just good to use the cheat sheet for reference so you know how far you'd have to go for certain objectives. It's not too bad. There's some meaner objectives, to be honest. BP gonna be getting a few more moons so they know that they have enough for this moon in the shop. They are getting 18 moons here. And yeah, 100 moons total is always like, it looks like it's a good objective because you can be like, oh, look at this, I got so many moon objectives. I got 24 in Wooded, and 32 in Sand, and 18 in Lost. Like, obviously, that makes it so easy, right? That's like 56 plus 18, we're at 74. Right? Yeah, we're at 74. It's, you know, it's a no-brainer. No, it's really slow. Like, I get the thinking, but it is just, in most situations, the wrong choice. There is always, like, a board where long objectives are actually the right call for triple bingo, but it's... You gotta recognize that most of the time, 100 moons total is just not gonna be a good objective to be going for. Okay, so BP is now at 15 moons, I believe. Although it's 16 moons, needs 2 more. Doing TNT skip, cool to see. BP bringing out that darker side knowledge. Getting 18 moons total, and we'll be finishing shortly in Metro. Not sure what happened to HaHaFunnySpeedrunner there, who is also working through Cloud Kingdom now. Good BP. Finishing out. We'll be finishing out in Day Metro, I believe. Yeah, because you can't get 6 checkpoints in Day Metro. It's just not possible. And same with the other 2 objectives that they need. Okay, so both players are working story moments right now, so not too much to talk about. Speedrunner out 4 moons here. I'm going to be going for 18 moons and lost. So still has a lot of time to spend here. You can see how much more time it takes to collecting all of these moons. Yeah, with the 9th treasure chest moon that BP got in Town Hall, all that's left is 7 minutes from 8-bit sections and 6 checkpoints. So there is the music note 8-bit section, and there also is the... You can get 2 moon... Oh no, you can get 1 moon in the theater for an 8-bit section. So I don't know necessarily how many they have left, but I definitely always count on BP to keep good track of their objectives, honestly. Like, they're pretty trustworthy, honestly. Of course we'll check them, but at some point, it's most likely just gonna be... Oh wait, this doesn't even count as an 8-bit moon, does it? Because it's not in the 8-bit. Wait a second. Does this count? Oh wait, no, the moon does spawn in the 8-bits part. I forgot. Okay, so we're fine. That does count. And yeah, we're going to be finishing again Cascade, actually. I think they forgot an 8-bit moon. Like I said, you can generally trust BP to be keeping good track of their own objectives. game for a long enough time where they understand what they're doing. So yeah, finishing it out in this secret area. Are we gonna get the... Yeah, we're gonna get the jump. Fun jump. Oh, not even getting the vault, unfortunately. Gonna have to try again on that. There it is. There it is. Okay, this should be good. Yeah, easy. Good way to finish it out. Okay, and that's gonna be it. Still hasn't marked it. There it is. We'll see it on a second on the stream. I have the board open on the website, so I saw it happen when it actually was marked. But yeah, that is gonna be time. Okay, so that should be it for that race. I don't know if BP wants to talk about that at all or not, and if HaHaFunnySpeedrunner even wants to finish or not. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're forfeiting. So yeah, both players should have gotten an invite. I can speak words. Should have gotten an invite to the server and are welcome to join and come in for an interview at any point. Yo.
Hello. Hello, hedge, whatever you want to say.
Hedge. Yeah, good times. Good job on the first win here.
Thanks. Yeah, that's the first bingo I've played in probably 6 months. So I was much more rusty than I anticipated because I was thinking, okay, well, I'm sure I won't be that bad because I've been doing a lot of all moons lately and I'll be able to like take what I knew from that route. But the main mistake I made there is I thought I completely missed that 7 8-bits was in my route. I stand by the early finish because everything else is kind of trash.
Right.
And originally my thought process was, okay, you can technically get 6 checkpoints by night metro.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah, there are 5 in the actual kingdom, and you can get the Sand Kingdom painting. But I'm like, well, there's no reason for me to do the inverted pyramid because I only need 3 8-bit moons.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that. I'm like, oh, wait, I need 7. Like midway through midway through I'm routing Lake. So I'm like, well, I did not play this very well. And I also miscounted the number of 2D moons because I know that there are exactly 7 by loss, but I forgot that there's actually 2 in Cascade rather than 1. So I ended up with a total of 13 moons in Cascade because I also misrouted 10 moons in Cascade. So overall, that was kind of a mess. But
yeah, see, yeah, you wouldn't have had to backtrack to Cascade like that.
Twice. Yes.
Yeah.
So that was not ideal, but I think I routed the rest pretty well. I miscounted chests. I misrouted chests. I misrouted chests as well, but that was also due to my being, hey, I don't need the inverted pyramid because I'm just built different. But I actually really did need the inverted pyramid, and I really did know that. I just thought too hard. And
yeah, 9 is a lot, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot, because there's 4 in sand, actually. There's the 2 that I got in the outside Sphinx and the Jaxi chest, and there's 1 in the inverted pyramid, and then even 1 in deep underground. And
Yeah, it's
that
not.
one
Yeah,
actually would have.
yeah, it's not all of them. 9 isn't all of them, but it's still a good
Yeah,
amount, and you can't
definitely. And
really.
there's some slow ones, like the Deep Underground and the IP are pretty bad. And then you
Yeah.
also don't really want to have to get Exploring for Treasure, which I would not have had to get if I had remembered, hey, I am not okay on things. So
Yeah.
on my 8
So
bits, because I did not notice the 7 moons from 8 bits. So
yeah.
that
So
was that was the that if I had noticed the 7 moons from 8 bits and been prioritizing that, I'm pretty sure this would have been like 43 or something.
Right. So, with some newer runners in the watching right now, for bingo, I mean, it might be worth it to talk a little bit about what I was mentioning at one point, how easy it is to fall into the trap of going for the 100 moons total, and like,
Oh well, just don't do that.
yeah, just
Like
don't do it.
100 moons total is a very rare goal to be done well. I think it has its uses for sure, even with early finishes, though I've never seen a board that makes it quite viable. But essentially, you only want to do it when you have a bunch of moon synergy. And you see here we have 10 moons in Cascade and 18 moons in Lost and 8 moons in Cap and 24 moons Wooded 32 Sand. That would be enough if you could fit that all into the 100 moons, but those are not fast moon goals. Really, you're going to be going to Metro, finishing it, then going to either Snow or Seaside if you want that goal, because you get 75 moons required in order to get through Metro. So otherwise, it's just not worth doing. Definitely stay away from that square. It's basically when I'm routing, I mark the slow goals immediately, and you don't want. That's one of the slow goals that I mark and try to avoid. So.
Yeah, like the way I put it, yeah, it really is a trap objective. It looks like it synergizes with so many other objectives on a lot of boards, but in most cases, you just don't want to go for it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. It's just a common trap. I don't fault you for going for it. A lot of newer bingo runners do it.
32 moons in sand is also a trap. That's a very, very bad goal unless you're basically getting world peace. Very few opportunities present themselves that's actually a decent option.
Yeah, 32 is just a lot.
If you're getting trace walking, then there's a decent route for it, but that requires its own objective and is not ideal.
Yeah, they did go for trace walking, but it was still.
Yeah. Well, but that's not on the board.
Right, yeah.
I mean, honestly, you weren't on that bad of a pace for your 5th bingo to be.
Yeah, you did well with routing on the fly. Like, you figured out what the good route was. Except for, like, unfortunately, you finished out 08. Like, you got to Oasis at 31, so you had to backtrack to this town. So that was a little bit of a time wasting with the routing and sand, but other than that, it was fine. Sorry?
I also forgot I needed purples and sand.
Yeah. Yeah, 40's fine. 50 is actually like 50 is too much.
40 I don't think you need to enter this. Okay, no, 40 you don't need to enter Jaxie sub area. 50 you don't need to, but it's highly recommended that you do.
Right.
And 50 isn't fun.
Yeah, a lot of like figuring out which objectives take a lot of time is purely just doing a lot of practice boards, like even just on your own, just generating boards and then trying out an objective just to see how much time that objective takes. And so that can really help. I know a lot of people who practice by doing that.
Yeah. All right, I'm probably gonna head out. I'm gonna get some breakfast. I woke up and did this. But
all right.
Thanks for playing, haha. GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
Good luck with the rest of your matches. Stay tuned for more bingo action. There's going to be one same time tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. And thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you.